we're going to be nice and set up out in the parking lot and try and beat the heat of the 90-degree sunshine. But what can I say? 2021 continues. I was just saying to these guys back here, so this is, as you know, it's been quite the unusual year, and I'm sure many of you know already, but band is really hard to do when you can't actually rehearse in person. Because of that lag time on Google Meet, there's no way that we can actually be playing together, which is the huge fun part of band, but also this huge component that we haven't got to do before today. These guys you're going to hear first. We've actually managed to get in 4 or 5 rehearsals here in this tent right here on sunnier days during the school year. But all those folks back there, their first rehearsal together was today. And you'll probably hear a little bit of that as we play. There's some rust, we're going to deal with that. I think they sound pretty decent for it. So enjoy the concert. We're going to play. You're going to hear a fairly short concert. You'll hear some solos and stuff like that. We're trying to keep our distance, which is why you're so far apart. State regulations say you need to be 25 feet away from wind instruments. So you are, I think. I was just told, Ms. Coviello told me today that they're changing the state guidelines tomorrow. Thanks. What are we going to do? So anyway, I want to, before we even start, I want to thank all of these guys back here for sticking out this year. Literally, the beginning band, I have never seen them live before. Today is the first day I've seen them in person. So the fact that they stuck with this the entire year is amazing to me, because I know if this had happened when I was their age, I wouldn't have done it. So first of all, thank you guys. Okay, now we're going to begin. We're going to start with the Wynn Middle School Quintet. It used to be a band, now it's a quintet. We're actually going to start with the Star Spangled Band. So, should I have you stand? Yeah, why not? Stand up. Get a little exercise. Oh, let's tune first, shall we? Would you give us a D5, Mr. Green? Close enough. Thank you for the standing ovation. Normally, in a typical year, we would actually play that at a sporting event Last year, before everything shut down, we actually played it at a UMass Lowell men's hockey game. And in a normal year, they memorize it. And a couple of them did, but not everybody, so we did it on memory. I want to keep that tradition going somewhat. Our second piece for these guys is from a movie called The Joker's Wild. Anyone ever seen it? No, I didn't think so. I haven't either. It came out in '57. It sort of came and went, disappeared. When I hear The Joker's Wild, I think of that cheesy game show from the '70s. But the one thing that came out of this was that when they were putting the music to it, they found this song from 1922 that had sort of disappeared, much like the movie did. But when they brought the song back, the song became a hit. And that song is Chicago. And it's almost 100 years old now. So we're going to play that for you, and we can thank whoever produced The Joker's Wild for it. But it was written by Fred Fisher, so you can thank him for writing it. May as well milk it right and get a 2 rounds of applause for it. So Kai is gonna, I guess you could go from right there, just stand up a little bit. So Kai's gonna do, it's a tune in the book called Variations on a Familiar Theme, and you'll recognize the theme. And in case you don't, I'll tell you right now, it's Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And what folks don't realize about it is Mozart wrote that tune. And he actually wrote it as a theme in variations, meaning that it starts with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star that we know about, and then it keeps changing, and each one is a little bit different. And this is not Mozart's variations of it, but it's different variations, but it's in the spirit of what Mozart would do. Okay, and now there's that patriotic Flag Day tune, I promise. This is Yankee Doodle. 1, 2, 3. We got one more group coming out. The Wynn Ensemble's coming out, which is our intermediate second-year band. Mostly 6th graders, a few Wynn Middle School folks as well. One of the advantages, there aren't many, but one of the advantages to rehearsing on Zoom is that we had a few intermediate players, sort of second-year players here at the middle school, and normally they would just get thrown to the wolves with the middle schoolers. Didn't have to do that this year because we're all online, so they could just join up with elementary. So we've got a few middle schoolers joining us here and come and help us out. And we're going to start with a tune called School Spirit. which is a fight song some of you might recognize, also known as On Wisconsin. 1, 2, 1. You want your concert to be the best time you ever played it? I think that's the best time we've ever played it. Mind you, we've only played it like 3 times before. So, Diego, there you are. Diego's going to play a classic for us. This is a tune that you all know, but you don't know the name of it. But once I tell you the name of it, you'll go, oh, I know what tune he's going to play. The name is Linus and Lucy.
Oh.
Yeah, if you want to raise the stand up. All right, Zach is good. Do you want to come on up here? Maybe bring the whole, bring the same. Zach is going to play a song that seems particularly fitting.
That happened to the other people.
Clothespins, that's what they're for. It's, as if to prove my point, it's particularly fitting for this year. It's an old Tears for Fears tune called Mad World. And now Madison is going to play a song that may actually also be very fitting for today, assuming the rain ends at some point. This is Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And our last, I didn't skip anybody, right? Okay, good. Our last song, a little inspiration to send us out back into the rain, which is mostly held out. Hopefully this will also happen as we go. Before we get to our last song, though, I will say this. One of the traditions we have in our concerts is that all the band members help put some of the stuff away. So they're going to put the stands on the stand rack. And I'm going to ask my middle schoolers to help because they know what those stands should look like. We're going to put those chairs that you're sitting in on the chair rack. Feel free to help with that if you'd like. Or else I'm here until 10 and I get really sad. And I don't like being sad. Those chairs that they're sitting in can stay, so that's all good. Like those hard chairs. Actually, this is being used as a classroom sometimes, believe it or not. But all the other stuff needs to go back into the school. So it should only take a couple minutes if everybody helps. Once again, can we give these guys a hand? And can you guys give your parents a hand? I know you've all been hearing these rehearsals go on in the background while you're trying to do your own job. So I appreciate how difficult that is and how much you're encouraging your kids to stick with it through what is clearly a tough year. So I certainly appreciate it, because I'd be out of a job otherwise. So our last song is a spiritual called This Little Light of Mine. Remember all our energy. For these, let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. I forgot. Could we have a hand for Miss Coviello, who's been working with me?